Why, hello, and welcome to another episode of First Chances with Chance. And in today's video, or audio, if you are listening, in today's episode, we will be going over some times when I wrote my own music. Got some of my songs right here. Yeah, it's a Divergent notebook, but who cares? Who cares? So, the first time that I actually ever wrote a song would have been, I want to say, 8th, was it 8th grade? I think it was 8th grade. My teacher had us do like a um, poetry project, I guess you can call it. And one, like, poetry is music, so one of the styles of poetry that we had to write was a song, in a way. And I still am in my defiant era. Um, I guess you can call it. Um, I've came down, like, down farther, not down farther. Um, I've gotten rid of a lot of those tendencies, but picked up other tendencies, whatever. But in 8th grade, I was really defiant of my parents, and I was still figuring myself out, so not really my fault. I mean, whatever. Um, but I literally was writing the song, being defiant of my parents because they wanted me to go this way when I wanted to go this way. Um, so here's the song, Not Have a Nice Day. That is a poem. So it was the title of the song was I'll Only Be Me. This is me, not you, so let me be who I want to be. Not you, but me, so never expect the odds to be on you. I'll never be you, I'll only be me, and that's all that matters to me. And if I'm not like you, oh well, I'm still me. You can never expect me to be just like you. I'll never be you, only me. So never expect the odds to be on you, but on me. And you can't expect me to do everything you want. This is the part of me you're never gonna take away from me, no. No matter what, I'll still be me. No matter what, you will see. So never worry, never worry. So never worry, I'll never be you, I'll only be me. Not bad. My teacher actually liked it. Um, that was the full song that I did, that I came up with. No, I think actually no. I had this song written before then. So yeah, I think I had this song written already, and I just, because I've always been creative in that type of way. It's just that I think I could have sworn I had, because I only submitted. I mean, I could have sworn that I had this song written before that project, because I only I guess submitted, yeah, what the portion, like a portion of it. So it wasn't really the whole entire song that I came up, that I gave to my teacher for that portion of the project. And yeah, I was definitely in my defiant against parents, teenage stuff, whatever. Um, that I was always really not defiant where I'd um just argue all the time. I mean, whatever. But I wasn't really that bad of a kid, I guess you can say. I was just more of the fact that I spoke up, and I guess nobody likes that when people speak up. So, yeah. Um, another song that I did soon after, um, not soon after, but around the time that I was at the restaurant that I worked at, I wrote. I know there was other songs. So there was the song that I gave you. Around that same time, I wrote a song called "Free." Um, I'll be stronger a little bit longer. You'll never beat me. I'll always be free. So let me breathe the breath I need to breathe. To be the one I've been meant to be, you will need to let me be who I want to be a little bit longer. I will be stronger if you only let me be who I've been meaning to be. So let me be free. Will you let me fly in the sky, swim in the ocean, roll in the grass, let me be free? I think there was another portion. That's, no. 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 Oh. I guess that was it. I'm not reading that song. There was a song called Why. Oh. Yeah, no. I'm not doing that one. Um, no. Um, there was. Oh no. No, that one. So there was one about sexual assault that um I definitely wrote around the time of when I was at the restaurant. Because like I said in a past episode, also the sexual assault and harassment episode, I talked about how I was sexually assaulted when I worked there bussing tables. So this was a song that and then there's also kind of like a continuation portion of the making music with Sebastian episode as well. Because this is about writing songs. That one was about making music and stuff. Um, so yeah, this is a song that I wrote. I always hear looking so loud, just no touching. Well, you've just been caught violating your own ethics. Oh wait, what ethics? All I see is disgusting. The truth is, what you did won't work here. No more slapping, beating, bruising. No more. It ain't going to fly here. I'm not a toy waiting to be played, to be thrown away. I'm not a piece of meat waiting to be chewed up and spit out. Objectification, no more violation, and theft, no more. Hashtag Me Too rings too true for us, but no more. Don't think, just click, clink, and drink and chase it down and don't think. No more smacking, no more beating, bruising, and violating, no more. So yeah, that was a song that I came up with when I was sexually harassed. And of course, um, sexual harassment comes in multiple different ways. And yeah. So we're going to go ahead and take a break and be right back. So yeah, sexual harassment comes in very different ways. It can even be verbal. So yeah, on to the next topic. I wrote that song around the same time. Yeah, after I got sexually assaulted, I was um, listening to Queen Latifah, Queen Latifah's song "Unity," U.N.I.T.Y. And because it talks about her being sexually harassed, and makes me also remember when one of the hosts of trivia put that song into music trivia, um, or I think it was rap and hip hop trivia. Yeah. Either way, I got inspired to write that song when I was listening to to Queen Latifah. So, yeah. And we are going to go ahead and pull up some people that singers slash songwriters that write their own music. Songs. Um, Singers who write their own songs: Taylor Swift, Ed Sheeran, Shawn Mendes, Kesha, Keith Urban. 27 singers who write their own songs. Famous singers. So, are you thinking about coming up with some self made tunes? If so, it's worth looking to the stars for industry inspiration. Singers who write their own songs earn more cash, can tailor their tunes personally, and attract increased attention from music label A&R. But songwriting isn't the be all and end all, with many artists having successful careers without ever penning a note. In this article, we look at the stars who do and don't record their own work. Read on to find out. Bleh. Famous singers who write their own songs. Many artists choose to write their own numbers. Some do this exclusively, others collaborate, while others have writers who work for them. But singers who do pen their own material have a distinct advantage. If you write and record a song, you have the rights to it, meaning it's yours alone to do with as you wish. This gives you a unique standpoint and helps you get noticed at competitions and when sending your work to record labels. A song with a personal touch and biographical element will often be more relatable to your audience. The caveat, of course, is that your songs should be good. Can you be a singer without writing songs? Absolutely. Many singers never write for themselves others and have long careers with multiple hits. It's far better to make a brilliant job for someone else's song than write your own substandard material. We'll take a look at which artists don't write their own songs shortly. If you're a singer who doesn't want to write your own songs, but you do want to sing something unique, consider a collab. That way, you can work as a team with one other or several musicians. Two heads can be often better than one. Do you have to sing to be a songwriter? As you don't have to be a songwriter to be a singer, you don't have to sing to be a songwriter. However, while a singer who doesn't write can you easily become famous, it's harder the other way round. This can be a benefit. You get the artistic satisfaction and earn good money without the hassle and trolling that comes with fame, but it's not so good if you're seeking the limelight. Hilary Lindsay has written for the likes of Lady Antebellum, Faith Hill, Miley Cyrus, and Carrie Underwood. Linda Perry has often written for Alicia Keys, Celine Dion, Gwen Stefani, and Christina Aguilera. Max Martin has notched up 51 USA top 10s for Celine Dion, Katy Perry, Adam Lambert, and more. And Lucas Gatwald, aka Dr. Luke, has written for a huge number of big names including Kesha, Britney Spears, Pink, Pitbull, and One Direction, singers who write songs. These days, once an artist is signed, they will almost definitely be collaborating, even if they started out writing fully solo. And the more famous they get, the more help they have. It could just be a top line or a hook that comes from another source. Very occasionally, they'll release something they've written exclusively alone, but to be classed as a singer-songwriter, they just need a writing credit. Writing. Wow. Wow. Singer slash songwriter artist. We have the lowdown on famous singer slash songwriters, some of whose work you'll already be familiar with, and others whose writing may take you by surprise. George Ezra. He famously took off around Europe, a trip paid for by his label, to write his debut album inspired after missing a train. The song Budapest was born and shot him to stardom. Sam Smith. He's been known to release covers but co-wrote every track on his Grammy-winning debut album. He also wrote Therapy for Mary J. Blige. Camila Cabello. Another artist who wrote every single song on her debut album. I don't know why I find that funny. Sia. Best known for Chandelier, but many people don't realize that Sia's also been credited on Beyonce, Britney Spears, and Katy Perry albums. Adele. Grammy winner Adele honed her songwriting skills at the B.R.I.T. school in Croydon. Her heartfelt lyrics and tunes are loved by millions the world over. Halsey. Halsey was given the Hall David Starlight Award at the Songwriters Hall of Fame Gala in New York City for her personal catalog of songs. Lorde has been inspired by her own life, telling Vanity Fair magazine, "I'm an introvert, a writer, just trying to translate what's inside my chest." Pop stars who write their own songs. Shawn Mendes. He's a heartthrob, but also a determined composer who's stuck to his guns when it comes to releasing his own tunes. Justin Bieber. Justin is better known for collaborations. However, did you know he was credited for every single song on recent album changes? Going through changes. Madonna, the queen of pop, may have enlisted more and more help laterally, but her early catalog was self-penned, and she has a real penchant for a catchy chorus. Kesha writes her own music, has music written for her, and writes for fellow artists including Miley Cyrus. Megan Trainor. Megan was responsible for Fifth Harmony's Sledgehammer, as well as many of her own light-hearted takes on feminist pop anthems. Billie Eilish and Phineas. Siblings Billie and Phineas are a formidable songwriting team. They've stayed true to their roots and kept writing together, often to the exclusion of others. Billie has also collaborated with Khalid, while Phineas has written with Selena Gomez. And we're going to go ahead and stop here and take another break. So I'll be back with rappers who write their own songs. So, who are the rappers who write their own songs? Eminem, the Detroit artist, rap battles gave life to his now legendary back catalog. Jay-Z. Jay-Z has reached the Billboard Top 10 more times than any other hip-hop artist with his own rhymes. The Notorious B.I.G., the larger-than-life rapper, also worked with the likes of Puff Daddy, also known as Sean Combs. Country art singers who write their own songs. Dolly Parton. Dolly is one of many old-school country singers to write biographical story songs about her upbringing and Tennessee life. Kenny Rogers. While he's written quite a few hits, he rarely records his own composure, with the country crooner telling NPR, "I take great pride in not writing hits. I write from time to time, but I think great writers have a need to write, and I don't really have that need." Johnny Cash. He wrote what's arguably his most famous song, "Walk the Line," in just 20 minutes. Keith Urban. Keith also has a medley of big hits, and he often collabs with other songwriters. Taylor Swift. She may be a pop singer, but Taylor started out in the country world and had a string of best-selling tracks under her belt by the age of 21. Neo. He sold the hit song "Irreplaceable" to Beyonce, but rumor has it he actually originally intended it for a country singer. Artists who write and produce their own music. If you want to go one step further than singing and songwriting, why not consider producing your own material too? This has become an increasingly popular way to operate a musical career, whether as an emerging artist for a big name seeking more independence. Lady Gaga. One of the world's current top writers, singers, and producers, she said to herself, "I write all my own music. I spend hours and hours a day in the studio. I'm a producer. I'm a writer. What I do is different." She also collaborated with Mark Ronson for the hit song "Shallow" from A Star Is Born. Ed Sheeran. Ed has been writing his own songs since the very beginning of his career, which is why he's one of the top-selling artists on the planet. But he also started his own record label, Gingerbread Man Records, in collaboration with Warner Music. This gives him more artistic control and freedom over his work. Stormzy. The grime artist is known for his autobiographical tracks like Mama's Prayers and Blinded by Your Grace. But like his mate and fellow musician Ed Sheeran, he started his own record label, #Murky, to produce his own music, and that 6 of others. Oh, and that of others. Kanye started out producing for Jay-Z, making his name on the Blueprint. Sorry, I have a cough drop in my throat. So Kanye started out producing for Jay-Z, making his name on the blueprint. But he is also a very accomplished rapper and writer, explaining his net worth of over 1.26 billion. I could write something that even someone who hates me the most will have to respect and love the song, Kanye said. Prince, like Bowie, Prince carved out an entire musical niche by writing his own songs. Not only that, but he was a multi-instrumentalist, producer, arranger, and band leader too. Famous singers who unfortunately don't write their own songs. We've talked a lot about which singers do write their own songs, and there are thousands, known and unknown, but an even larger number of vocalists don't write their own tracks. So, what singers don't write their own songs? Wait. Frank Sinatra didn't write his own songs. We all know Elvis Presley didn't write his own songs. Whitney Houston didn't write her. Whitney Houston didn't write her own songs. I Will Always Love You was written by Dolly Parton. Amazing. Justin Bieber's hit Baby was written by Christina Milian. No wonder why it didn't seem like him. Rihanna's Diamonds was written by Sia, who also wrote Beyonce's Pretty Hurts, as well as countless other songs. Okay, well, whatever. It's definitely time to stop reading this article and look up benefits of writing music. So, 5 reasons songwriting can be therapy for musicians. Songwriting delivers musicians some huge benefits that have nothing to do with money or critical acclaim. It's a pursuit that is endless because we can always write better and better music, and it's an incredible resource for helping us to understand ourselves and others. We often hear about the idea of songwriting being good therapy a lot in music, but it's helpful to get to the bottom of what that really means. Here are 5 ways writing music can be therapeutic for musicians. It helps process emotions. Making music gives us permission to feel our feelings and process our emotions. This is because creating music without feeling an emotion is essentially impossible to do. Not if you're trying to write songs that other people actually want to hear anyway. The hard emotional labor that goes into songwriting pays off for musicians in big ways. It helps us to be more attentive in our relationships and more empathetic in the way we view the world. You can think of it as sort of an emotional awareness training benefit that you can't get working at a conventional job. It helps tell your story. Your story is important. How you were raised, what you believe, how you feel in, or how you fell in, or out of love. These are all human stories that you can shape and shape and inspire great music. Wrapping your head around who you are and what's happening to you in your life isn't always easy, but telling it through songwriting helps. We're healthier and happier people when we can tell our stories not just to other people, but to ourselves. If you write music honestly and passionately, the songwriting process can not only tell you who you are, but also why. Yeah, it does that. And we are coming up on that time again. It reveals the humanity in yourself and others. Writing music is one of the most human and emotionally revealing things a person can do. This is because songs contain human stories not only by way of lyrics but also through the arrangement of songs. Sounds. Songwriting can help reveal the humanity in yourself and in the fictional and real people you write about. Familiarity and with humanity allows you to be more compassionate to others and yourself, and that's an asset that can benefit you, the people closest to you, for the rest of your life. We're gonna go ahead and take a break right here and be back. So we're back, and it connects you. So we're gonna go ahead and continue the article. It connects you to the joy of making something new. Something doesn't have to be complicated in order for it to be therapeutic. One of the best benefits of writing music is that it connects us with the simple joy of making something new. Whether your songs are heard by millions or just you, you're creating something that's never been made before, and that's incredibly something and exciting. Oh, let me rephrase that. And that's incredibly special and exciting. But more importantly, it's helpful. Every time we write something new, we hope that we can make something meaningful and honest. Every song is another chance to connect with people through our art, and that's endlessly exciting and rewarding. If you've ever been jaded, if you're ever been, I don't know, jaded with making music, recognize that not all people have this sort of joy in their lives. You'll need to remember this when the inevitable disappoints and with the inevitable disappointments in music come your way. Eases the pain of you and your listeners. Songwriting is something that eases you and your listeners' pain. Countless human beings have made it through breakups, deaths, job losses, and other hardships with the help of great music. But writing music helps us deal with our own pain as well. By telling our stories, confronting our emotions, and throwing our energy into the hope of making something new. Songwriting is truly a gift when it comes to coping with pain and disappointment. If pain isn't something you seem to be able to outrun in your life, enduring it through music creation is one of the best things you can do. Songwriting gives us a path towards understanding and helping others and also ourselves. The challenges of seriously pursuing music are so overwhelming for some musicians that it can seem impossible to reach their goals. We can't force success or make the world pay attention to our music. We can, however, thrive in our personal lives by creating music. And that is it for the article. So, yeah, there's a lot of health benefits. And there's some people that write their own songs and still have their songs written for them. I'm confused. I know Taylor Swift always writes her own music. But what? But what? I know that people collab a lot. I know that we all know that Elvis Presley stole some of his songs, like Hound Dog. So yeah. If you guys have any songwriting stories or any stories from any other episodes that you guys have listened to, wow, can I speak today? If you want to text in or leave a voicemail, text or leave a voicemail to at 561-320-7085. DM First Chances with Chance on Instagram. Speaking of which, I have to update the page. Or if you guys are watching the video portion of this, just comment down below. Again, text or leave a voicemail to 561-320-7085. DM First Chances with Chance on Instagram, or comment down below if you guys are watching the video portion of this. Bye guys, love you!